Have you ever shaken a soda container so much, you just know it's gonna explode? That fizzy chaos just waiting under the surface? That's exactly what happens when you suppress your emotions according to Robert Greene's law of human nature, the law of repression. And today, we're going to dive into this law with humor, real-life stories, and practical lessons that you can use so you stop feeling like a soda container about to blow. Imagine you're at work, your boss criticizes your report for the millionth time. And instead of telling them what you really feel, you smile. A big, fake, I'm not upset at all smile. Your heart is pounding. Your hands are clenched under the desk. And inside, it feels like someone is shaking that soda can. That's repression at work. Pushing your true feelings deep down until one day they burst. Robert Greene tells us that humans tend to hide unpleasant emotions, anger, jealousy, sadness, to appear civilized. But Greene warns that what we repress doesn't disappear, it just bubbles under the surface. And one day, that can explode at the wrong time and often at the wrong person. Let me tell you a story. Meet Alex. Alex is one of those people who never lets their anger show. Boss hands him extra work at 5 p.m. No problem, smile and nod. Roommate steals his leftovers. No problem, smile and nod. Partner forgets their anniversary. No problem, smile and nod. But what happens? That soda container inside him is getting shaken up day by day. And then one night, boom, over some tiny thing like someone forgetting to do the dishes, Alex completely explodes. Why can't anyone just respect me for once? And everyone's left standing there going, where did that come from? Here's the thing. Psychology agrees with Greene. Emotions don't vanish when we suppress them. They build up like water behind a dam. That pressure will find an outlet, whether it's blowing up at someone, passive-aggressive behavior, or even unhealthy habits like stress eating or drinking too much. And most of the time, the explosion is aimed at someone innocent. History is full of people who repressed too much and then erupted. Think of Shakespeare's Othello, keeping his jealousy bottled up until it drives him to a tragic end. Or even that coworker you thought was super chill until they screamed at the copier that one day. That's the law of repression in action. And pop culture? Remember Bruce Banner? That's basically a superhero version of repression. Don't make me angry, he warns, because all that bottled up rage explodes into the Hulk. Greene's advice is simple, but powerful. Stop shaking the soda can. When you feel something, recognize it. Talk about it. Express it before it becomes a ticking time bomb. That doesn't mean you lash out every time you feel annoyed. That'd be chaos. But it does mean finding healthy outlets for your emotions. Journaling, talking to a trusted friend, practicing a hobby like boxing or painting to vent that energy. You can even take a breath and say, hey, that upset me, in the moment, instead of stuffing it down. Here are a few simple steps to help you stop repressing emotions. Step 1. Notice the tension. Are your shoulders tight? Heart racing? That's your soda container being shaken. Step 2. Name the feeling. I'm angry. I'm disappointed. I'm scared. Step 3. Let some of the fizz out. Maybe take a walk, write in a journal, or speak to someone you trust. Step 4. Express yourself calmly. Instead of blowing up, say something like, that didn't feel okay to me. Step 5. Reflect. How did it feel to face that emotion instead of hide it? That's how you slowly unscrew the lid before the soda explodes. So next time you feel that can starting to shake, remember Greene's law. Express those emotions before they explode all over someone who doesn't deserve it. Your friends will thank you. Your coworkers will thank you. And most importantly, you'll thank yourself. So we've talked about how repressed emotions can make you feel like a soda container ready to burst. But there's something even deeper going on. Your body is keeping the score. That's right. When you bottle up your feelings, your health pays the price. Scientists and psychologists have found that your body doesn't forget what your mind tries to hide. When we refuse to acknowledge anger, sadness, or fear, these emotions often show up as tension, pain, and illness. That chronic headache after a stressful day, that knot in your stomach before you speak your truth, that insomnia that keeps you up at night, Those are all signs that your repressed feelings have moved into your body for long-term rent. And it's not just short-term discomfort. When you chronically suppress emotions, your body stays in a near-constant state of stress. That means cortisol, the stress hormone, stays high. And long-term stress wears down your immune system, making you more vulnerable to colds, infections, and serious diseases. Studies even show a link between chronic repression and increased inflammation, which can contribute to heart problems and digestive issues over time. Your mental health also takes a hit. When we stuff emotions down instead of facing them, they often come out as anxiety, depression, or irritability. And what looks like sadness or anger can turn into burnout if ignored too long. Your mind is telling you something. If you don't listen, your body will scream it even louder. Researchers at Harvard and other top institutions have found that people who habitually repress emotions face a higher risk of heart disease and chronic pain syndromes, like migraines or IBS, because all that emotional energy stays trapped inside. In short, when we repress emotions, the body pays the bill. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be this way. When you practice healthy emotional release, talking to a friend, writing in a journal, crying when you need to, you take the pressure off your body. And that means more energy, less pain, and a lighter mind. Your emotions deserve to be heard, and so do you. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe for more life lessons, and tell me in the comments, what's one thing you tend to repress? Let's unscrew that container together.